Welcome to SiGMA TV, and today we are bringing you an exclusive with hot news from Alex Kornilov, the managing director of sports data company BETEGY. Now, BETEGY provides betting operators and media companies with analytics and data visualization by generating high-quality personalized content. And here's the headline. JKR Investment Group has backed BETEGY as the company plans to enter the US market. BETEGY also announced Bill Pascrell, who is the key person in the global gaming industry, to join the team as a board member and mentor on the new market. Great news, particularly in the context of growth with this challenging year. Welcome to SiGMA TV. Alex, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you.
Good. This is great news, and I just want to run through some questions with you. First of all, how does the EU compare as a market with the US? We're talking about moving into a new market here.
Yeah, it sounds like it's supposed to be a straightforward transition for the company which moves its operations from EU to the US, but it turns out it's a completely different game for us, and it's completely different market. And even though it is emerging market, it has also business history, and the European company have to comply with all the business rules, with all the new legislation, and it's kind of challenging for a European company to enter this market.
So, are those the main challenges of opening operations in another continent, or sort of the legalities and all of the legislation and all these sorts of things? What else has come up in this process?
Well, you see, it's the most interesting and the most unexpected was a different way of doing business in the US. Even the same types of clients which we have in Europe, and then we work with in US, it takes much more time to close deals. Due diligence is different, the legal environment is different, so it requires new processes inside the company. Therefore, it cannot be straightforward. It requires some time to adopt, adjust, and learn from people who are already there, how to make it happen.
Well, we'll come to obviously bringing on aboard a lobbyist and advisor, Bill Pascrell III, in a second, the third. But let me just ask you another couple of other questions. First of all, what led your decision to move to the US in the first place?
You see, I started to look at US market back 2018 when I heard the news that American market is opening up. And then it quickly became clear that it will be one of the biggest domestic markets in the world, let's say 5-6 years. And as we see the rate of opening of the gaming activities in states online is very positive. I think this will be it. And then last summer, I talked to my board about the possibility for our services to be present on the US market. And it took me 1 year actually to assemble all the parts and resources I need to do a proper entrance to the market. And here we go. But in general, the perspective of this market is pretty huge. And since we work on the intersection of media, sports media, technology, and gaming, I'm excited to start working with top leading partners in sports media and sports betting in the US.
Well, I can tell you, Alex, listen, we're really excited for you as well. But I want to just refer to you mentioned the timing and starting this a year ago. This has not been an easy year for anybody. 2020 has had unprecedented challenges. Of course, not just COVID, but also, there's been an election in the US as well. Has any of that influenced your process?
Oh, it did. First of all, to go to the US in general, and you would require financial backing for this, because it's completely different budgets you have here in Europe for promotion and for product development for the rest of the activities. In the US, it's way higher. So I needed to find financing, and let's say financial markets in general and access to capital and in February and March became all up, it non-existent, I would say. And only the investors who understand the business, who understand really what we do, what are the pain points we're solving, and they are familiar with, let's say, problems which we solve for our clients, can actually move forward in such times. And of course, COVID, from one side, it killed lots of initiatives, and we might have did this move already before, let's say in May. However, COVID helped to to clear the perspective and cut everything unimportant, and people who could provide only financial backing, let's say, but without the knowledge, they were not part of this game. So therefore, from one side, COVID challenged us. From other side, it helped to clear the perspective and move with the partners and people who really believe in a product, who really believe in a team, and believe in the US market in general.
Alex, I don't think I would ever thought that I would come to the end of this year and somebody saying that COVID had actually helped them. That's amazing. And listen, you just mentioned this. Let's talk about this a little bit more. You mentioned your partnership with JKR in the context of BETEGY gaining a foothold in the US. Tell me a little bit more about that.
You see, I met with the management of JKR some time ago already, and we started discussion of the potential of cooperation around a year ago, when we had first ideas, what to do, how to structure it up, because it was clear to us that we already prepared the company for growth, and we need some support to do this on a bigger scale internationally. And of course, US being the focus, I needed some financials for this. And what I like about them is that all of them are professionals from the industry, and they not only took a look on a company as from financial perspectives. They also did a deep check of the product validation. They talked to our clients. They discussed this kind of future services and vision of the market with other market players, and only then, when we have a deep understanding of each other, let's say, business strategies, and we had alignment in our goals, values, and everything, then we decided, okay, let's make it happen. And then it was a matter of getting to the deal. But in general, it took some time, because it was not just a financial transaction; it was more transaction of values and strategies and support to each other. So.